welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something pretty incredible, the science of how you can literally change your own mind. And I mean change the physical structure of your brain.
So, let's start with a feeling I'm pretty sure we've all had, right? That feeling of being stuck. Stuck in a loop of, negative thoughts, maybe some anxiety, or just a bad habit you can't seem to break. It's like you're on a hamster wheel and you just can't get off.
But what if I told you that feeling isn't permanent? See, here's the game-changing idea. Your brain isn't some fixed piece of hardware that you're stuck with. No way. It's actually designed to change. It's adaptable.
Okay, so let's get right into it. If we want to understand how to change the brain, we first have to wrap our heads around this super powerful connection between what you think and how you feel. It's this constant feedback loop. So you think a thought, right? And that thought makes your brain release chemicals that cause your body to feel a certain way. But then that feeling makes you think more thoughts, just like the first one. See how that works? Thinking creates feeling, which then creates more thinking. And that's the loop that keeps us stuck on that hamster wheel we were talking about. Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. That thought-feeling loop, it's not just some abstract idea. It actually gets physically wired into the very structure of your brain. Yeah, we're talking about the actual hardware. So how do you break the loop? Well, the key is this amazing concept called neuroplasticity. It's just a fancy word for your brain's natural built-in ability to rewire itself. Think about that. The thoughts you think over and over, the feelings you feel, the things you do, they all physically change your brain. You're literally the architect of your own mind.
And to really get how this rewiring works, let's meet the two main players in your head. First, you've got the neocortex. That's your logical thinking brain. And then you have the limbic system, which is your more instinctual, emotional brain. Now, your emotional brain, and this includes a little part called the amygdala, which is basically your brain's smoke detector for fear and threats, it's designed to be super fast. It reacts instantly, it triggers stress or fear automatically, usually based on stuff that's happened in the past, and all this happens before your logical thinking brain even has a chance to chime in and go, hey, wait a second, is this really a threat? So the big question is, how do we use neuroplasticity to actually guide these systems instead of just being at their mercy? Well, it turns out there are two main ways to go about it, two paths to change. Okay, so you can go top-down, which means starting from your mind and working your way down to your body. This is where you use your conscious thoughts to change how you feel. Think of something like cognitive behavioral therapy. Or you can go bottom-up. This is the opposite. You start with your body to calm your mind, using things like your breath or noticing physical sensations to calm your nervous system, which then sends these, hey, we're safe signals back up to your brain. And this is so cool because recent research backs this up completely. This quote here basically says that changes in how you feel and changes in how you think are totally connected. They actually predict each other. It's not one or the other. It's a two-way street. That's awesome news because it means we can jump in from either direction to start building a better, more positive cycle. All right, so enough with the theory, right? Let's get practical. How does this all translate into actual tools you can use, like today, to start rewiring your brain on purpose? We're gonna look at 3 super powerful science-backed techniques. And the really cool part is that they use both of those pathways we just talked about, the top-down and the bottom-up, to create real actual change in your brain. First on the list, mindfulness. And really, all this is the practice of paying attention to right now. Noticing your thoughts, your feelings, what's going on in your body, but, and this is the key part, without judging any of it. So what's actually going on in your brain when you do this? Well, it's pretty wild. Brain scans show that mindfulness literally chills out your amygdala. Remember, that's the brain's alarm system. And at the exact same time, it powers up your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your thinking brain that's in charge of being calm, rational, and in control. All right, tool number 2 is gratitude. And this one is so simple, but don't let that fool you. It is incredibly powerful. It's just the simple act of choosing to focus on what you're thankful for in your life, whether it's something huge or something tiny. So when you do this, when you actually focus on gratitude, your brain gives you a reward. I'm serious. It releases this amazing chemical cocktail of dopamine and serotonin. Those are the feel-good chemicals. And at the same time, it lowers your stress hormone, cortisol. You're basically giving yourself a neurochemical mood boost.
And our third and final tool is affirmations. Now you've probably heard of these. They're just simple, positive sentences you repeat to yourself. The whole point is to directly challenge and replace all those negative junk thoughts we sometimes have.
And how does this work? It's pure neuroplasticity in action. Think of it like this. Every single time you repeat a positive affirmation, you're firing a specific pathway in your brain. The more you walk that path, the wider and easier it gets to travel. You are literally building new positive superhighways in your brain so that things like optimism and resilience become your new normal, your new automatic go-to. Okay, so we've looked at the science, we've looked at the tools. So what? What does this all mean for you right now? Here's the most important thing to take away from all this. Change isn't just something that happens to you. It's a skill. It's something you can actively practice and get better at. By understanding how your brain works, you get to sit in the driver's seat. You can consciously direct how it changes.
So now you have the foundation. You get the thought-feeling loop, you know about neuroplasticity, and you have some tools to start working with it. This is the perfect launchpad. Now you're ready to start asking deeper questions, to look at your own life, and to really explore what's possible. You're ready to explore deeper themes.